if it is that the Lord has given you an idea, He has inspired you, then you take that inspiration and you go. All it takes is having vision. Just 1 ounce of vision. Anything you can dream about, anything you can conceptualize, you can achieve with Christ.
Mical, Michael Forsythe. I'm here with part 2 of this 2-part series. When I say it like that, it sounds fancy, but really and truly, I was editing the video. I realized it was going to be a little bit too long, and I didn't want you to miss out any of the information. So if you missed part 1 of the video, you can watch it right here. Yeah, it should pop out right here. And watch that, and then you can come back to this one. In this video, we are going to be doing an interview with the main producer and conceptualizer of EJC Virtual Church, and we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of how EJC Virtual Church came about and how it has progressed as time went by. Hopefully you learned something from this video. So now let's go back to the East Jamaica Conference for this quite informative interview. Alright, watch it now. Alright, so I am here at the East Jamaica Conference for EJC Virtual Church. Let me run upstairs. I remember I was working out one of these evenings, and I got a call from one of my friends about this idea for a virtual church, because as we know, COVID-19 was just about to, we wanted to be prepared. So I'm thinking 2-3 weeks I'll be here at the conference for EJC Virtual Church. I've been getting your questions about virtual church and how this came about. Well, with me today, Adiese Jonas-Murphy. Let's find out how virtual church came about. So Adiese, come here. Yes. Good day, EJC Virtual Church. How did this come about?
Wow, it was so long ago, I'm just trying to jog my memory. I'm joking. EJC Virtual Church. I remember sitting in a meeting that was called by the administration of the Jamaica Union Conference. For those of you who don't know what JAMU is, it's the overarching organization, the headquarters for the Adventist Church in Jamaica. Yeah. So we were sitting in a meeting, all the pastors, directors, so on, and I remember the first COVID case had hit Jamaica.
March 10.
And Pastor Brown said in the meeting, our president said, man, I wish that there was some way that the church could continue in spite of churches now being forced to close. And when he said that, it's like a light bulb just kind of went off in my head. It's like the Holy Spirit literally caused me to just shut down my laptop. I was just typing, and when I heard that, I shut it down, walked out to the meeting, went to my office. And I remember sitting at my desk, and I'm like, all right, God, you do this. Referring to, I knew I was about to type a document, but I didn't know what would have come forth. At the end of typing, let's say an hour later, I had a script prepared to go live on television for Sabbath. Now, this was Wednesday of the week. The proposal was to go live on the Sabbath. Luckily, the same day we had an executive committee meeting at the conference, a leadership meeting, and the board was already in place to approve the material. Brought it to the board, they loved the idea, so the next thing was, okay, it's approved, we're going to go live on Sabbath. What do we do in terms of coming up with a set design, coming up with people,
This was Tuesday?
This was Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay.
Yes.
Oh, look, okay,
so I
yeah.
called you, I think probably the Wednesday or Thursday.
Yes.
And so that was it. I remember sitting in the boardroom with our technical director, Leon French, and I said, Leon, where are we going to get a set from in time for Sabbath? Not recognizing that 10 years before, when I was at EJC, we had constructed a set to do some video work, some videoing and so on, but that never worked out, and I left and moved on to NCU to work full-time. Long and short is, after I left, they had put some fabric over the set.
Yes.
So when I came back 10 years later, sitting in the same position, Leon says, hold on, no fabric this over the material. Someone say, yes, there's actually a set behind it. And we literally ripped the fabric.
Yes.
And lo and behold, there was a set preserved 10 years with fabric ready and waiting to be used. And that was just it. I called together Mical, I called together Theodore, I called together Andrea, that's Chisholm, I called together Danny, and it was myself, and voila.
I remember the first week we got 2 documents, a script and a running order. Right. I know some persons might be watching now and they would want to be able to start some level of broadcasting at their church, a script and a running order, what does it take to
put these things together?
Such a document.
All right, so I'm gonna answer that question two ways. If it's something you're trained to do, it won't take you too much time because you understand the construct of building a running order and even a script. But if you've never done this before, it can take a little while. Now, let me explain the purpose of both documents. The running order, otherwise called a run sheet in production, is what gives the minute by minute, second by second flow. And so what you watch on TV, what you watch on Facebook, YouTube, wherever, everything is actually scripted. It's just that we don't see it as the viewers.
That's right.
So even though you hear the host talking, it's actually from a script. They're extemporaneous in terms of how they bring it across on the spot. So the running order shows what comes before what. And so now that takes me roughly, on average, if I'm doing it could take me probably about an hour. Okay. Once I've confirmed the folk. Yes. About a couple minutes to put together. But the hardest part is really confirming people to be a part of your program. The script, on the other hand, and I've kind of stopped doing scripts now because
I remember the first week. The first week we got a full script. This is what we're gonna say. This is where and we were supposed to expound. I remember that first meeting when we all got together. We were like, "All right, Adiese, yes, no." We work things around. Yeah. So again, the team, you said, persons who have worked in the industry, and we were able to offer our input towards the final project. My question right now, it is Religious Liberty Day, the church, and we are doing kind of a married broadcast with the West Jamaica Conference. How is that handled? How are things running on time? How does West Jamaica know where we are? How do we know where West is? How does that work?
All right, so I'm going to answer that, but I didn't answer the last part of the question about the script. So let me just quickly do that and come back. The purpose of the script is really to give context to what you want to bring across. So sometimes, we may do a focus on Jonah. The entire day is focusing on that, or we may focus on the trim your lamps.
Yes,
using object lessons.
That was a good one. Yes.
Right, and so the entire material throughout the day is centered around a particular theme, and so everybody has a role to play, and that's what the script does. It shares what your role is. So let's get to this now about West Jamaica, East Jamaica partnership and marriage. So we are very close to the West Jamaica Conference. Shout out to Pastor Glenn O. Samuels, Pastor Go, my friend. So our communication teams are very close, and each of us produces a running order each week.
That's right.
So in preparation for an event like this, they are the epicenter. So I asked them to send us their running order.
Okay.
So they send it to us, and I build our running order around their running order. And so the times that we have decided on carrying their feed, we definitely have to synchronize. So I don't know if the viewers were able to see this morning that in between the breaks and so on, I was making calls, I was running around to say, yo, where are you now in the program? We're 10 minutes behind. Could you try and fill it for us? Because we have to be synchronizing the times. And so it's constant communication. If they're ahead of us, they'll have to wait on us to fill that time and come back. If it is that we are ahead, we will have to fill the time and wait on them. But once the items are running at the same time, synchronized, then it's easy for us to just switch over. And there are a whole lot of technicalities, that are involved in that part. But in terms of planning, that's how we do it from a planning perspective.
EJC Virtual Church. I thought I was coming here for like 2 weeks. I can't even tell you how many weeks we're in right now.
So did I.
But we're still here. Somebody is watching right now. They want to do something at their church. Mm-hmm. However, they aren't the communication director at their church. They don't have any position at their church. How can they go about? I mean, you are clearly the communication director here at the East Jamaica Conference.
All right, so let me just say, Mical. So when I actually returned to East Jamaica in 2019, October, I didn't return in the portfolio of being an associate communication director. The portfolio I was in was associate women's ministries director and music director.
Yes.
So at the time COVID hit, because my background is in communication, it's like instantaneously it responded to a crisis. I didn't wait on a title. I didn't wait on anybody to tell me anything. This was just an inspiration that God gave me. I'm saying to you, those of you who are viewing, if it is that the Lord has given you an idea, He has inspired you, then you take that inspiration and you go. All it takes is having vision. Just 1 ounce of vision. Anything you can dream about, anything you can conceptualize, you can achieve with Christ. And for me, God had just put all the right players in the right parts so that His work could have been glorified. As Michael said, I thought I would have been doing this for like 1 week or 2 or probably 3.
Yes, yes.
But it's now,
Yes.
I'm sure, nearly a year.
Yes.
It's 2 months short of a year. And God has been really good to us. We've been producing content Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sabbath. We have done over 800 I'm sure by now over 800 episodes of programs. 800 episodes. That's nothing but God.
And this all started when we came here on Sabbath.
Yeah.
I remember when we said why we were here on Sabbath, we said, well, tomorrow we're going to be doing something, and we're like, all right, well, we're going to get something in place for tomorrow. And it grew from there. Let me tell you, you have a vision, you have a dream, and I believe that you can do it. All right, this is how EJC Virtual Church started, and hopefully you have been inspired to do something. All right, from this little video today, hopefully you picked out something that you will be able to implement in your church, in your school, in your setting. And if you have some questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I'll be in the comment section answering some of those, and maybe I can even recruit Adiese to answer some comments.
You can. Let me just say a special shout out to the president of the East Jamaica Conference,
Yes.
Pastor Eric Nathan. Thank you, sir, for your support all the time. Ella Castell, Philip Castell, Communication Director, our hardworking team here. I mean, from Mical to Theo to Danny to Andrea to Vanessa, Adriana, the whole works. Kayon,
yes.
all our hosts, all our technical team members, everybody, thank you. And of course, to the East Jamaica Conference's directors, thanks for the support. And may God bless. Be inspired, do something, create.
Alright, so it's the first time doing something like this. 2-part video, 2 videos on the channel in 1 week. It's a good look. Maybe it's something I can keep up. But hopefully you've watched both videos. Hopefully you have learned something from this video. And I want to ask you the question of the day. Did you learn any strategies from this video? And what strategies are you going to be implementing to make the live streams from your church, from your events better? Let me know in the comment section below. If you missed part 1, you can watch it right here. And here's another video from the channel that I think you might find interesting. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and till we meet again for another video here on the channel, I am Mical, signing out for now.